Well, hello, boys and girls. It's when I feel like 8 o'clock. I'm Pearl of Wisdom, and you're listening to my NHL Pearls of Wisdom, coming to you live from Helen's place. Helen is a lovely lady I met in the hallway a little while ago. I used to do my videos from my bathroom because where I live, we have like so many people living in our house that there's no privacy. So I did it from the bathroom. I had to downsize a little while ago. Yeah, it's a big story. You can look at my previous videos to find out exactly what that's all about. But Helen has allowed me to do that. We have a little tea in the morning. We have a little kibitzing. There's a word, kibitz. It's an old term that they use. I'm learning all these old terms like kibitz and Chesterfield. Did you know that couches used to be called Chesterfields? Yeah. They did. Because I guess there was just one dude named Chesterfield that made them. So they called it that. Anyways, yeah, we learn all of these things. Words like shenanigans. Yeah, kibitz and shenanigans. Anyways, lots of fun. Yesterday, she gives me a little encouragement after days like yesterday as well. That's another thing I like about Helen. Yesterday wasn't bad, actually, but it wasn't great. I'm not going to go over it all the way through. I'm going to put it down at the bottom. You can go peruse and see where I can find my pearls. There was a couple mistakes that I made yesterday, but the Nashville game. Sometimes I get so consumed by the fact that goaltending isn't very good that I like the Predators. The Predators' goaltending has been poor all year long, and sometimes I lean a little too much on that. I think that's what happened there yesterday. They got a new coach, changes the energy. I should have probably thought that it's likely that the Preds are going to have a good game there. But it's just that Saros and Rene have been so bad. The Kings versus the Knights, talking again about goaltending. I mentioned yesterday that the Knights win that if Subban doesn't shit the bed, and he does. They score 4 goals in the first. And he puts them back in there again. That's how you know that it was likely the goaltender having a bit of a problem there, because the coach is like trying to build up his confidence because they're going to need him to be confident, considering they don't have any other goaltenders they can use. So, yeah. I mentioned yesterday, as long as Subban holds it together, they win, and they lost big time. The Stars versus the Ducks. I really thought the Ducks would have a little more effort. I'm getting concerned with Duncan. What the heck's his name? The coach for the Ducks. He's got to do something to change things around there. They got a young team. They should be keeping it close. If you watch teams like the Ottawa Senators, who I'm going to talk about a little bit more today, yeah, they may be young. They probably don't have the talent to make the playoffs, but it's close, and they're working hard. I watched that game. The Ducks did not look good. And now the Stars are a really good defensive team, but they should be able to keep it closer than that. And that one, I'm a little disappointed with my pick there. The ones I was really happy with and I was pretty confident about was the Sharks on the puck line against the Jackets, and that would have been a good money play. Same as the Wild on the puck line versus the Flames. That one I was really confident about. The Blues on the ML, I was very confident about. It came in. Devils and Rangers. Here's the one where I said that I picked the Devils on the puck line. Now, I didn't get clear enough that I would take the Rangers to win that, but I thought the Rangers would only win by 1 goal. So I messed that one up a little bit by not being clearer than I should have been. And the Canucks versus the Panthers, Bobrovsky played well. That's why I don't bet the Panthers right now until I see a consistent goaltending from Bobrovsky. And once you do, the Panthers are going to win most of the time. They got a great lineup if Bobrovsky can just get his head out of his ass. So besides that, the night was really good. We went with the Lightning, and that was great. Oilers, I would have faded, but I did pick the Oilers to win. And the Bruins I had as my game of the night, and it came through. against the Jets team that was really tired but played their asses off. Okay, so let's look at, some of the comments yesterday. What do we have? Joe Johnson, heavy on Boston and Nashville. Nailed it. Hopefully you parlayed that. Good going, my friend. Luke Lacasse said that he had to get some spankings. And, we need that sometimes. We just do. I'm sure you're going to be great. And it's going to be purifying. It's going to remove all. Here's some pearls for a little bit of healings to go with that spankings there. Those are Luke's pearls. Luke's. Don't touch. There's plenty of pearls. You don't need to go grabbing them. Mr. Doug Masta. Keep your hands to yourself, Doug Masta. You can have pearls anytime you want. By the way, Doug and I talk outside of this environment, and so does BM. I've befriended Mr. Brian from BM Sports Picks. You might want to check him out. I like him. We're thinking about maybe doing some things. He went and saw the Montreal Canadiens last night, and my Oilers kicked their ass. But he bet on my Oilers, so it didn't seem so bad for him. Elliot had Nashville ML. Oh, big time. He had big pearls on Nashville. Good for you. We had a little discussion, and I mentioned how I was unsure about the goaltending and all of those things like that, and she said, no, Nashville's going to win. And he was absolutely correct. Good for you, buddy. Good for you. That is awesome. That's the main thing here, right? I may get some of the picks wrong, but we're learning together, we're growing together, and we're making mad pearls. That's what it's all about. So, today's games. We have the Wings and the Senators. Really? You could take either one. You can make a case for either team here. Senators are a hardworking team. They're both injured quite a bit. Hogberg is going to be in net for the Senators. That's the thing. I'm not sure about this. So when I have question marks about goaltending, I generally go with the goaltending that I'm sure about. Bernier has been playing very well since he's gotten in a rhythm. One of the few times in his career he's had the chance to do that. So I'm very happy. I'm going to take the Wings 3-2 because I kind of like Bernier. He's kind of grinded it out his whole career, and he's getting a chance, and he's taking it just like we are. We're getting a chance, and we're hitting the like and the subscribe and all of those things like that. And the views are coming up. The subscribers are coming up. We're getting the algorithm to go all through the land. We're just like Bernier, except we don't have money, and we don't play hockey in the NHL. But besides that, we're just like them. Canes versus the Yotes. Who's in net for the Yotes? Are they going to go with Aiden Hill after he got spanked yesterday? That's right. I was going to talk about that. Oh, no. I said I took Tampa, but I wasn't really sure about that game. But we did take Tampa, so we were all right. That's something that we're going to need to be in the comment section for. We got to find out that. We're going to have to go where we connect together, and we'll learn and grow and find out what's going to happen with Yotes goaltending there. I don't know who's going to be in net there. So with that in mind, either way, I think I got to go with the Yotes being on a back-to-back. I got to go with the Canes here, but I think this isn't over. You would have to think. As far as I know, Mrazek is confirmed, and he's not one of the finest in the land goaltenders at all. So I'm going to take the Canes like 5-3. Big over here. Penguins versus the Avs. Crosby is still out. The Penguins are fairly injured. They were on the road. They had 2 days off. I always wonder, did the guys sneak off back home and stuff like that? But the Penguins are very resilient. That being said, the Avs are just, Donskoy is out, but they're such a strong team at home. I got to take the Avs here. I'm saying 4-2. 4-2 for the Avs. The Avs, I'm going to say about 60%. the Canes should be 65 to 70% against a Yotes team that is tired. It should be. It's just it's the goaltending that's an issue, right? The Sens versus the Wings, I think that's pretty much a coin flip. They're both out of it. It's really hard to tell which team's going to come ahead in that team. They're both very injured. It's pretty much a coin flip. It's probably a fade. I also wanted to mention something else that I haven't mentioned yet, and that's my full 42. I'm giving you an extra over 42 here. Jim Montgomery, buddy, good for you. I haven't mentioned it. He got fired. I don't know what happened there, but apparently that was in Dallas. If you don't know, Jim Montgomery was the head coach of the Dallas Stars. Friggin' $4.5 million contract, gets halfway through it, and did something, was drinking, did something that was just very unprofessional. I don't know what it was. I don't need to know what it was. All I do know is he's chosen to go into some rehab and get some help, and good for you, buddy. You can frickin' do it. We're just like, we're all rooting for you, and you'll come back. And when I own an NHL team after this YouTube channel, we become YouTube sensations, and we have enough money to buy an NHL team, which all of us will. We'll all own it together, everybody in the land, and we will hire you in a second, my friend, for sure, because you're gonna do well. I loved he mentioned that, you know, he's thankful his wife is sticking with him. Stick with those positivities, buddy. You are going to rock this shit. That's my full 42%, boys and girls. That's all I have to give. Remember to subscribe. Mr. Gord that runs the YouTube. I think the YouTube should be open now. You go check it out. He says that we had 27 likes yesterday. Not bad. I think our record's 30 some. We can do that. We can do that again. We just get those elbows and arms up a little bit. Maybe just put the phone on don't even lift your arm. Just put the phone on the floor. Just touch the like button. Now, you get guys there to say, spank that like button or smash that like button or whatever. You can do that if you wish. But for me personally, I'm just talking about like just a light touch, like that.